Okay, so basically for today's tutorial, there are actually 5 grammar questions, 5 vocabulary questions, and there is 1 editing passage. We're going to look at that today. Yes, I will tell you. Firstly, grammar MCQ is paper 2. There are 4 papers for your PSLE. Paper 1 is where you write composition and you write a letter or something for situational writing. That's paper 1. Paper 2 for PSLE is when you have comprehension, editing, grammar MCQ, vocabulary MCQ. So these 2 form under paper 2. Okay? And grammar MCQ, when you open paper 2, the first 10 questions are grammar MCQ. So it's 10 questions, 10 marks. Vocabulary MCQ is 5 questions, 5 marks. And the question that you were asking me, editing, editing is 12 questions, 12 marks. Basically, for PSLE, out of the 12 questions, 6 will be spelling mistakes. So basically, they'll spell 6 words wrongly. Out of the 12 questions, they ask you to spell it correctly. So 6 will be spelling mistakes. The other 6 questions will be grammar mistakes. So for example, the wrong tense, like should have ed, there's no ed in the word, or there's supposed to be an ing, or is a wrong preposition, should be under, not over, those kind of questions. Okay, so that's, they ask you to correct the mistakes. So that is grammar for editing. Okay, so those are editing questions. So 12 questions, 12 mistakes, basically, you need to correct it. So you're going to look at it later. Okay, so now let's start with grammar MCQ for today. We're going to do 2 editing today, 1 grammar and 1 vocab. So before that, let's start with our end riddle. Let's see if you can guess the answer to my end riddle. The clue is that the answer ends with the word and. That's why it's called an end riddle, because the last 3 letters of the word is and. Now, let me give you a clue. To bring an end from another country to your country. Which means, for example, if I want to sell 1,000 iPhones, okay? But then if I'm going to buy it in Singapore to sell the 1,000 iPhones, 1 iPhone is going to cost me $1,000, so expensive. So I have an idea, I can buy it maybe from China because the exchange rate is very low. So I can buy maybe 1 iPhone for 500 yen, so $500 only, okay? And then I can sell it for $1,000 in Singapore, which means I get double the price. So I buy something overseas, I bring it to Singapore, and then I sell it here. What is that verb called? What is that action? Action of buying things from overseas and selling it here. What is it called, Wei Hong? Do you know the word? The word of buying things from overseas, abroad, and then selling it in this country.
Overage.
Oh, good try. That word is import. Have you heard of the word import before?
No.
Okay, so now you know import. I'm going to write it here. Import means you buy goods from abroad and you sell it in this country. That is import. The opposite of import is export, which means I sell things from my country to other countries. So for example, I sell my phone to another country, they buy for me and then they sell. So if I'm buying goods from overseas, I'm importing. If I'm selling them, I am exporting. Okay, can you tell me the meaning of import, Wei Hong?
Import means that you take something to another country.
No. Import means you buy something from another country and you sell it here at a higher price. That's import. If you're shipping, you know shipping, right? You buy things from overseas. But if I'm buying things from overseas for selling, that means I'm importing. Exporting means from this country I sell overseas. So what is import, Hong?
You buy it and then it from another country and then you sell it.
Very good. And then what's export?
You buy something from
No, export is from this export is the opposite of import, which means instead of buying from another country, I am selling something from this country to another country. That's export. So what's export?
Means you sell something to another country.
Yes, from this country and another country. Very good. Give yourself 2 points for explaining to me the meaning of import and export. Very good. And what is the answer to this riddle? What is this word? How do you pronounce this word? Look at the screen. How do you pronounce this word?
Import.
Important.
Means
It's and important, right? Important. Important means something is very important, you must do by today, right? Something that is urgent, right? So this word is important. So the answer to this riddle, to bring an ant from another country into your country, is important. Okay, but the word is import. So that's a riddle. Import. Very good. Later I'll ask you to remember the meaning of import and export. Let me see if you can remember, okay? Okay, now I have drawn a few pictures here. I'm going to number them. This is picture number 1, picture number 2, picture number 3, picture number 4, picture number 5, picture number 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Can you tell me what are the pictures I have drawn? What's the first picture?
Apple.
Very good. What's the second picture?
Apple juice.
Yes, a juice, not a packet, okay, just a juice, a liquid, okay, I'm referring to liquid.
Open the book.
Very good. Number 4?
I don't know, what did you draw?
It's food. It can be either food or noodles, okay, up to you. Food and or noodles. What is number 5?
Fork.
5 is a fork. Very good. 6?
Tree.
No, 6, not 7, 6. What is beside a fork?
What is that? A fork. A spoon.
Yes, spoon. Very good. Number 7 is a?
Spoon.
Yes, number 7. Yes, 6 is a spoon. Number 7. Yes, number 8?
Carrot.
Yes, very good. Number 9?
Clock.
Okay, but I will take, yes.
12 hours and...
This is actually, I'm not going to take it as a...
The clock that says 12:16.
Okay, but I'm not going to take this as a clock. I'm going to take this as time, okay? So remember, this is not referring to a clock. It's referring to time, okay? What's number 10?
A raining cloud.
Yes, we are going to take number 10 as rain, okay? Not as a cloud, as a rain. Now that I've written all the things that is 1 to 10, you're going to tell me from my whole list here, which ones are countable nouns? Means things you can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's the first thing that I have drawn that is a countable noun?
An apple.
Very good. Apple is a countable noun. What else?
The liquid of the juice cannot be counted.
Very good. So it
can be counted by packets.
Very good. So here, because we're referring not by packets, we're referring to the juice. So it's uncountable. UN. I'm going to write UN for uncountable. What about book? Countable or uncountable?
Uncountable.
Book cannot count? Are you sure book you cannot count?
I can count.
You can count, right? 1 book, 2 book, 3 books.
You can't count the rice. I can count rice.
Yeah, so books is countable. See? What about noodles or food? Is noodles or food countable?
Yeah.
Are you sure you can count 1 noodle, 2 noodle, 3 noodle?
No, by the plates.
Yes, but you can count the plate. But now I'm not talking about plate. I'm talking about food in general. Can you count food? You cannot count.
Never told me this.
Okay, now I'm telling you, food cannot be counted. Okay, food is uncountable. So here I'm going to write UN for uncountable. What about a fork? Is a fork countable? Can you count how many?
Spoon can be countable.
Very good. Both are countable. Very good. What about tree?
Yes, it can be countable.
Yes, tree is countable. Very good. What about carrot?
Yeah. Can also.
Yes. Very good. What about time? Can you count time?
No.
No, you can't count time. Very good. What about rain? Can you count rain? You can't count rain. How many? You cannot count each drop, right? So it's impossible to count rain. So rain is also uncountable. Now let me give you a clue. If you are confused whether this is actually countable or uncountable, think about whether there's a plural form to that word. For example, book becomes books. You add an S, right? So if you can add an S behind... yes, uncountable, you cannot. There's no S. There's no plural form for an uncountable. For example, rain, it doesn't become rains, okay? Rain is plural and singular by itself. Noodles is singular. Plural is also noodles. Food is food. Plural is also food. Juice is juice. Plural is also juice. There's no S. But for countable nouns, there is always a plural form. Apple becomes apples. Book become books. Fork become forks. Spoon becomes spoons. Tree becomes trees. Carrot become carrots. So there's a plural form to the countable nouns, but there is no plural form to uncountable nouns. That's how you know, okay? It's a trick so that you know whether it's countable or uncountable. Very good in guessing which ones are countable here and uncountable. Give yourself 2 points, write it down.
Done.
Okay, now what we are going to do is I've given you some words here, right? These words are called quantifiers. They are used before a noun to tell me how much or how little of something are you talking about. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I got several packets of rice.
Yes, okay, wait first. So there are several
packets of rice, but
yes, okay, wait first, listen first. So these quantifiers, you can group them. I'm going to give you a clue. 3 of these quantifiers here are countable. 3 of these quantifiers here are uncountable, are used for uncountable nouns. And the remaining 4 are used for both countable and uncountable. So let me see if you can tell me which ones are used for which one.
Much.
Wait up. Okay, so first tell me, which ones are countable? Which ones you can use? Which quantifiers are used with things you can count? Countable nouns. What is the first one?
Many.
Very good. Many is countable. I'm going to write a C. 2 more. Like many books, right? You cannot say many food, okay? So what's the other 2 that's countable?
A few.
Few, very good. A few bags or a few books. So that's countable also, very good. 1 more. What is the last one that is countable?
Several.
Very good. Well done. Give yourself 1 point for giving me these 3. Very good. Well done, Wei Hong. So now that you have given me 3 of the quantifiers that are used with countable nouns. What are the 3 quantifiers that are used with uncountable nouns? Which 3 are used with uncountable nouns? Things you cannot count.
Much.
Much. Very good. Much is uncountable. What else? 2 more. Okay, some can be used with both countable and uncountable. Okay.
Enough.
So I'm gonna. Okay, wait. So much is uncountable. Any also you can use with both. It's also used with both countable and uncountable. Enough is also used with both. We can use it with both. Like for example, I can say, I do not have enough. I did not have enough sleep. Sleep is not countable. You cannot count sleep, right? And I can also use for things that can count. I do not have enough pens. Pens you can count, right? So you can use it for both. Any also can use for both. Okay. I do not have any food. Sorry.
A little.
Yes, little is very good. Little is uncountable. What is the one more thing that is uncountable?
All.
So much, little, and
All.
no, all is also both. Good try. Give yourself a point for trying. All is also both. You can say all the toys, or I did all my time. Don't waste my time. All my time. Okay, so that's uncountable. That's for both. So the last one here. What is the one that we haven't touched that is uncountable?
I don't know.
Look at the screen.
See the last one.
There's one thing that I haven't written anything. Which one?
Less.
Yes, very good. Less is uncountable. You cannot count things. Like, for example, I have less food compared to you. So less food is not countable, right? So less food. Okay, so this one's uncountable. Very good. Remember this. Next lesson, I will test you to see which quantifiers. You remember which quantifiers are used with countable, which quantifiers are used with uncountable, and which quantifiers you can use with both. Okay? So very good. Well done. Good job. Let's look at, oh, this I already written. So let me cancel this slide. Okay, let's look at the first grammar question. The reason why we learned about uncountable and countable is because some of the grammar questions for today is testing you. All of these are quantifiers, but they are used with different kinds of nouns, countable, uncountable, or both. So you're going to tell me?
How much time do you need to finish?
So what is the answer here?
Much.
Very good. Can you tell me why is it much?
Because much is uncountable.
And what noun here is uncountable? The much refers to what?
Time.
Very good. Time
can be counted.
Very good. Give yourself 2 points. Fantastic.
Okay.